Now, as you write down your aim for today we're going to be creating and interpreting stem and leaf plots. Now, yesterday I said we were working with scatter plots and correlations, and I said this is the most interesting, the most useful tool that you will learn in 7th grade. Today we move on to stem and leaf plots, which I will tell you straight up. Now, don't get me wrong, we still got to learn this. This is the most useless thing that you will learn in 7th grade. So we went from the most useful to today the most useless. The reason why it's useless is I, in 28 years of my life, have never seen a stem and leaf plot used in the real world. I have asked plenty of people, because I've been teaching stem and leaf plots. Even when I was teaching elementary school, we taught stem and leaf plots. I've been asking for 5 years, every time I get to this unit, I ask a couple extra people that I know do various different things in the real world. Have you ever seen a stem and leaf plot used in the real world? The answer every time is no. When I think about stem and leaf plots and I look at stem and leaf plots, as you can ask a lot of teachers around here, I'm a very data-oriented person, so I love to look at data. I can in no way, shape, or form tell you any use, any way that a stem and leaf plot would ever be the best choice in terms of representing data. There's always got to be a better way. Because there's nothing that stem and leaf plot brings to the table that something else doesn't. And it's not useful. It's essentially relisting the data in just a different way. We don't really need that. But, that being said, is it going to be tested on the CST?
Yes.
Absolutely. So there will be probably 1-2 questions on the CST about stem and leaf plots. And we're going to get them right because it is pretty easy. But at the same time, it's really stupid. All right. So one of these days, the state of California is going to figure this out along with the rest of the world. And we are going to decide that stem and leaf plots are not useful. So I wanted to pick out a data set for us today revolving around the days of our birthday. So I'm looking for the day of the month that your birthday is in. I'm just going to jump around to 10 different people. And you're going to tell me what the day of your birthday is. And we're going to write in that data. Jalil, what day is your birthday?
August 5th.
So he's 5. Desiree. 22nd. Monica. Also the 22nd. Good. That's really useful. Perez. Also the 5th. Does anybody have a birthday not on the 5th or 22nd? Quintana. 8. Kayla.
March 20th.
20th. Haseen.
6.
Jordan. 27. Trina. Excellent. Thank you. Mauricio. And 14th. And let's stop there because I'm out of space. All right. The way stem and leaf plots work is on the one side you have the stem. And on the other side you have the leaves. The leaves are the ones place. And the stems are everything else. So usually that's just the tens place. But if it goes into the hundreds, we could have that as well. Hundreds / tens. So the way a stem and leaf plot works, and this is the way they would draw a key to a stem and leaf plot, they would take the number, let's just take 27. So if you have a 2 on one side and a 7 on the other, that is equal to 27. Hence the stem is the tens place and the 7 is the ones place. So One thing that's really helpful when you're going through making your stem and leaf plot is to go ahead and put your data in order. It's not really going to help you do anything except for just make sure that you get all your numbers in order the first time and not have to erase it and do it all over again. So I'm going to suggest we put them in order. I'm starting with 5. Yikes. 5. 5. 6. 8. 14. 20. 22. 22. 27. 31. All right. So on the stem and leaf plot, we're going to start with our smallest stem. So we're going to start with our smallest number. Our smallest number here is 5. So what is the tens place for 5? This is kind of a tricky one. What's the tens place here? What's in the tens place? 0. So our stem is 0. What is in the ones place for 5? Christopher? 5. And now we've put that number in our stem and leaf plot. We move on to our next number. This has the same stem. It still has a 0 in the tens place. What is the leaf? What is the ones place for this number? 5. Moving on to 6. Kip yes or kip no. Does this have the same stem as the 5s? Remember, if I'm asking about the stem, I'm asking about the tens place. Does this have the same tens place? Yes, so we're going to keep going. The ones place is 6. Moving on to 8. Does this have the same stem? Yes, it's still got a 0 there. As I move on to 14, does this have the same stem? No. So we're going to start our new stem, which is 1, because a 1 is in the tens place. And if we're looking at 14, the leaf is 4. Any more stems of 1?
No.
Nope. That was our only thing with a 1 in the tens place. Move on to our 2s. We've got a 2 here as our stem, and the first leaf is
0.
I totally agree. 22, the stem is 2, the leaf is... Next one, stem is 2, leaf is... Leaf is...
7.
Leaf is...
2.
There are 2 22s, so make sure that we have 2 leaves of 2 here with our stem of 2. 27 has a stem of 2 and a leaf of...
Why are we doing this?
And 31 has a stem of... So we need to start a new stem here and a leaf of... 1. One small distinction that you're probably not going to see in a problem today that you should know. Had Mauricio not spoken up and not given the 14 for our data, you don't ever just completely skip a stem. So the correct way to do the stem and leaf plot, if there hadn't been a 14, would have just been to have that 1 with a blank set of leaves next to it. But Mauricio did give us that 14, so dang it. I always do that. All right, hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. 0, 2, 2, 7, 3, 1.
Wait, what? I don't get it.
Okay. That's making a stem and leaf plot. Now, let's talk about how to use a stem and leaf plot. It says, oh, these don't make any sense. What is the, let's call this, what is the latest or highest day? 31. So you come to your highest stem and look at your highest leaf with that stem, which is 31. What is the lowest day? Come down to our lowest stem and look at our lowest leaf. What is the range? Now range, this is one that you have to remember. What does range mean? Range definitely does not mean add it all up. Prince Al? Subtract what? Yeah. I say highest minus lowest. You can say largest minus smallest. Range equals high minus low, so we've got 31 minus 5 is 26. That was our low. That was our lowest number. Sharon, please explain to him while we move on. All right, this graph shows the number of minutes that it takes to complete homework. So, what we're going to do when we're given a stem and leaf plot is we're just going to rewrite the data. This is the reason why I think stem and leaf plots are so stupid, is because I think it actually makes more sense to look at the data and rewrite the data. I think it's more useful for people to have the data just written out, 35, 36, 38. I think this actually is a better visualization of the data than a stem and leaf plot. So the question is, why did you go out of the way to take the numbers out of this written form and put it into a stem and leaf plot? I don't know. But again, it's going to be on the CST, so we got to do it. All right, so our stem is 3. That tells us that's our tens place. I always want you to label the stems and the leaves as the tens and the ones. So this means a stem of 3 and a leaf of 5 is 35. A stem of 3 and a leaf of 6 is 36. A stem of 3 and a leaf of 8 is 38. A stem of 3 and a leaf of 8 is another 38. Stem of 3 and a leaf of 8 is another 38. Stem of 3 and a leaf of 8 is another 38. A stem of 4 and a leaf of 0 is 40. A stem of 4 and a leaf of 40 or 2 is 42. Stem of 4 and a leaf of 2 is another 42. And another 42. And a stem of 4 and a leaf of 8 is 48. Stem of 5 and a leaf of 0 is 50. And finally, a stem of 5 and a leaf of 4 is 54. All right, so it says, how many students take less than 40 minutes to do their homework? Just be very careful. It says less than 40 minutes, not less than or equal to 40 minutes. So there is a number 40 here. Should we be including that person? No, we definitely should not. So we're counting people less than 40. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the maximum time it takes somebody to do their homework? We know maximum. Jordan? 54? What is the minimum time it takes somebody to do their homework? Marta? 35. What is the median amount of time? And this is why, for this, it's good that we went ahead and wrote it out. So let's count real quick. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 numbers. Is this going to be a singular median or a split median? Singular, because it's got an odd set. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. Our median is 40. That's it, and that's all. It's just for decoration. All right, flip on over.